disagreement with another guy, and that man pulled a gun and fired at least 4 shots. The 27-year-old was taken to the hospital with a chest wound. Doctors couldn't save him. His name has not yet been released. Police say there are no arrests and the investigation continues. New York's Attorney General and the State Civil Liberties Union are suing Nassau County over its latest effort to ban transgender females from women's sports teams at county facilities. They filed separate suits yesterday, right after Republican County Exec Bruce Blakeman signed the policy into law. NYCLU lawyer Gabrielle Larios says the roller derby team that brought the initial suit won't give up.
The roller rebels are going to keep fighting to make sure that trans people can participate in whatever sports they want to. So they are eager to keep fighting this new law and defeat it, just like they did the executive order.
Blakeman's earlier executive order was blocked by a judge. He issued a statement saying that it's frustrating that this happened. Wayton's News Time. 7-Eleven, which brings us to traffic and transit with Karen Stewart.
In the Bronx, they've now closed the eastbound Cross Bronx Expressway completely. Under the Westchester Avenue overpass by White Plains Road, yep, it's shut down. They're trying to clear an accident on the eastbound Cross Bronx under the Westchester Avenue overpass that, not for nothing, has been there since 5:28 this morning. This is really doing a major number of the inbound GW bridge. You need to avoid it like the plague that it is. As we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels, the inbound George upper level is at least an hour and a half. The inbound George lower level from 80-95 locals is at least 45 minutes. Your best alternate approach, other than 80-95 to the George, is the Palisades, with a 30 to 35 minute wait from there. You believe it? Yeah, 90 minutes for the George Washington Bridge. The inbound Lincoln is 25. The inbound Holland is 35. And we still have this overturned tractor trailer. That's been there since 5:11 on the northbound New Jersey Turnpike Eastern Spur at 15E. The left lane is blocked on the exit ramp. The main drag of the eastern and western spurs happen to be in pretty good shape right now. And Long Islanders, the eastbound Southern State with a new crash, it's at Deer Park Avenue. There are delays. The left lane's blocked and the LIRR is running on or close to schedule. We are sponsored by Whole Foods Market from the Farmers Dog Traffic Center. Fresh human grade dog food delivered right to your door. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Satisfy Sweet.
Hello, fellow historians. Thank you for joining me on my morning commute for today, July 16th, 2024. My mission with this channel is to record history for future generations.
Here's meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
This could just end up being an old-fashioned Triple H day. Hazy, hot, and humid with sunshine and some clouds today. Our high temperature headed to 97 in Midtown with AccuWeather real fuel temperatures peaking over the century mark. There may be some token relief in the form of a gusty thunderstorm later this afternoon or this evening, mainly north and west of the city. Otherwise, it is just going to be a warm and muggy night ahead with a low 79.
No turn on red, sir. Or ma'am.
As we go deeper into the afternoon and evening, expect strong to severe thunderstorms in advance of the next cold front. Behind that front, Thursday starts with clouds and maybe a shower or thunderstorm, but we should see some sunshine at the afternoon. It won't be as hot nor as humid in the afternoon, the high 84. Partly sunny Friday, the high 83. Sunshine and 80 degrees in Central Park, humidity 69%, wind southwest at 6. Repeating our current temperature, 80 going up to 97 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Winds use time 7:13. It's Prime Day, people, and we've got some advice on avoiding scams next.
While Cornell urologist Darius Paduke caught red-handed, convicted of patient exploitation, protected by Weill Cornell and Northwell. Get the answers you deserve. Join the hundreds of men seeking justice, accountability, and compensation for this cover-up. Call the DiPietro Law Firm at 212-233-3600 or visit atdlaw.com. That's 212-233-3600 or visit atdlaw.com. Attorney advertising.
Hi, I'm PJ Vogt, here to tell you about my podcast called Search Engine, voted one of the best new podcasts by Time Magazine, Vogue, and The Economist.
Wanted to thank you guys for joining me on these commutes. This is my morning commute. However, I am driving around Paterson, New Jersey before I head over to work.
With PJ Vogt and Odyssey Podcast. Available now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Winds use time 7:14. So you ready to fill your cart? It is Prime Day and Amazon's big shopping event is underway. The deals, though, aren't the only thing out there today. There are also plenty of scammers waiting to take advantage. Better Business Bureau says phishing and other scams do spike on big retail days like Black Friday or Prime Day, and they're warning folks to watch out. There could be lookalike websites, too good to be true ads on social media, and ignore unsolicited emails or spam calls. Meanwhile, Amazon is no longer the only player.
Prime Day is usually a big moneymaker for Amazon, drawing in $12.7 billion last year. But a new report from market research firm eMarketer finds that Amazon's share of online sales during this year's Prime Day is expected to get smaller. That's the third year in a row that's happened, and experts like Engadget's Valentina Palladino point to competing online sales.
Both Walmart and Target had kind of their rival sales a week earlier.
Mike Dabowski, ABC News.
Now, a major drop in the number of arrests for illegal border crossings reported last month. Figures released yesterday show arrests down 29%. We're just under 84,000. That's down from 118,000 in May. Lowest number since January of 2021 and the lowest in President Biden's term. Arrests had already fallen by more than half from the record 250,000 last December. With increased enforcement, a new rule temporarily suspending.
So check out these buses that stop in the middle of the road to pick people up and drop people off. So I was wondering, isn't that the purpose of a bus stop? So that the bus could like kind of move out of the flow of traffic and pick people up and drop people off. Like right here, shouldn't the bus stop here to pick people up? So just a question.
Going into somebody's basement.
Joseph Stern owns a carpet warehouse on the street.
I didn't have any personal problems because this building doesn't have a basement. But the neighbors have been complaining, and there's a lot in the neighborhood, a lot of damages every time it's heavy rains.
The city's Department of Design and Construction is installing 7 miles of porous pavement at the curbside here in Brooklyn, with projects to come in flood-prone areas of the Bronx and Queens. Marla Diamond, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Borough Park, Brooklyn.
Winds use time 7:17. British researchers may have found a way to diagnose children with neurodiversity sooner. Scientists at the University of Sussex are looking at the possibility that the way infants move is a potential marker for conditions like autism. Dr. Gilly Forster says the Baby Grow project is a whole new approach.
And I think it's our best hope of also starting to think about the development of motor.
Even though I almost got off at the exit by mistake, I still made sure I merged safely to the right or to the left. To the left, to the left.
Winds news time 7:18. Well, she's got 2 Oscars and a slew of Grammys, but pop star Billie Eilish is getting a big new treat in Britain.
Billie Eilish will be the latest star to read a Sabibi's bedtime story. It's kind of like reading Rainbow in the UK, but with celebrities reading the stories instead of kids.
Are you ready to read? Then let's read.
Actor Jack Black released a reading earlier this year, joining the likes of Kate Winslet, Ed Sheeran, Dolly Parton, Elton John, and Harry Styles, who've all read their favorites.
Tonight's bedtime story is about a house full of love and laughter.
Billie's pick is about a boy who owns a big moose. It's out this Friday.
Correspondent Monica Ricks. The story will be available on CBeebies and BBC iPlayer. Winds news time 7:19.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group.
All right, we'll probably be hitting some glare now. So you may want to put on your historian sunglasses in case you get glare in the video.
We partially launched a new technology platform.
As we listen to an advertisement, or as they say across the pond, an advertisement. Yes, I have been to London and I loved it.
HVAC and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget.
We're on 21st Avenue right now in Paterson, New Jersey.
Talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform developed by American Eagle.
In about a minute, we're going to get these 7:20 headlines, so bear with me, see what's going on around town. Okay, you have to put on your hazard lights, sir, to let us know you're stopping.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773 Network. That's AmericanEagle.com 773 Network.
The station you know, the people you trust.
The gas is $3.27 regular, $3.35 credit, and $3.57 diesel. I call these out also for historic purposes, so people in 20 or 30 years can see what the gas prices were back in 2024.
Good morning. 79 degrees at 7:20 on this Tuesday, July 16th. I'm Kathleen Marple-Kalb, and here's what's happening. Yeah, it's that hot. Heat wave peaks today. Con Ed urging folks to conserve power. Latest AccuWeather and all the info you need on the way. It's a whole different kind of Shark Week. 2 sightings on Long Island yesterday. Everything's underway in Milwaukee. Former President Trump makes his first appearance since the assassination attempt with his new vice presidential nominee. Also, lots of questions today about the assassination attempt. We'll bring you up to date on the latest. One more way New York is the best. Local hospitals dominate a best of list from U.S. News and World Report. MLB All-Star Game is tonight. Dodgers Oscar Hernandez won the Home Run Derby. 10 Winds AccuWeather. Sunny, hot, and humid. Gusty storm in spots late. High 97, but real feels over 100. Winds use time 7:21. Traffic and transit now. Here's Karen Stewart.
The problem in the Bronx is finally gone, but it's too little too late. The eastbound cross Bronx under the Westchester Avenue overpass is gone. They cleared it. They closed all lanes on the eastbound cross Bronx at Westchester Avenue to do it, but now it's been cleared and all lanes are in the process of reopening. But it's already done its damage to the inbound GW Bridge, where, get this, as we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels, we have a 90-minute delay, an hour and a half. Inbound GW's upper level from 8095 Express, that number's not going anywhere for a long
We're now
time.
on Market
So
Street.
to avoid it, even though the eastbound cross Bronx problems are gone. The lower level of the GW Bridge at the very minimum is 45 minutes. Your best alternate approach to the inbound George is from the Palisades with a 30 to 35 minute wait from there. It's 25 at the Lincoln. It's 35 minutes inbound over the Holland Tunnel. Let's take a look at the boroughs, see how we're doing. The inbound Gowanus Expressway slowdowns from Dyker Heights up into 60th Street, and then more slowdowns from 20th to the Prospect, and then jam from 3rd Avenue up into Atlantic Avenue. The westbound LI is very busy from 164th Street out into Woodhaven Boulevard at least.
Making a right on Lakeview Avenue.
To the westbound side of the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway. Mass transit is in excellent condition. Things are running on.
Now the speed here is 25 miles per hour. I'm doing 26. And these cars will be flying around me like that gray car up ahead. It's probably doing 35, 40.
That's Cars with a K. From the Farmers Dog Traffic Center, fresh human-grade dog food delivered right to your door. I'm Karen.
A lot of people will say, you know, mind your own business. Let other people drive the way they want to drive as long as you drive the way you drive. The problem is, yeah, I could mind my own business and not be upset. The problem is with one of these knuckleheads driving really fast and carelessly gets into an accident ahead of me, and then now producing this traffic that's going to make me late for work. So yeah, it's true. It's none of my business how people drive, but it becomes my business when, because of their carelessness, it affects what I'm doing.
Across the area and real field temperatures in the upper 90s to near 100. Then a cold front will come through the area tomorrow night. Out ahead of it, we expect strong to severe thunderstorms. Behind it, relief from both the heat and the...
And I do understand that accidents do happen. It could happen to me, even if I'm being careful. So not all accidents are a result of carelessness. My only gripe is when people say, mind your business, let me drive the way I want to drive. But then when those folks that say that and want you to mind their own business, they get into accidents, and now they want your prayers and your thoughts, and they want to do a GoFundMe for hospital bills, and now they want people to not mind their own business and to help them. So yeah, I mind my own business, but when something happens, you're affecting my life. So it is my business in a way, right?
Came out last night.
Please welcome Donald J. Trump.
The former president walked onto the convention floor with a white bandage on his right ear and was greeted with elation from the crowd. On night one of the convention, Trump political and non-political allies painted a picture of a country going down the wrong road. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor...
Sorry about the glare.
They promised unity and delivered division. They promised peace and brought war. They promised normalcy and gave us Transgender Visibility Day on Easter Sunday.
RNC Chairman Michael Whatley.
We must show the same strength and resilience as President Trump and lead this nation to a greater future.
That's the attitude Trump has said he will have in his speech Thursday. Trump's VP choice, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, has blamed the assassination attempt on what he calls the rhetoric of the Biden campaign. Mac Rosenberg, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
And of course, stay with 1010 wins for full coverage of the Republican National Convention. Now, new developments this morning in the assassination attempt on the former president, too. The director of the Secret Service, Kim Cheadle, has told ABC News she will not resign. She says the buck stops with her, and she is set to testify before the House Oversight Committee next week, part of the congressional push for answers.
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas called Saturday's shooting a security failure. It comes after a few Republican lawmakers have baselessly suggested that Trump's shooting was directed by Democrats. How do you feel? How does the rank and file feel when they hear that?
First of all, that is preposterous, and it is also dangerous to propagate rumors that are so unequivocally false.
Correspondent Nancy Cordes reporting. In an interview with NBC News last night, President Biden said he made a mistake by saying recently that Democrats should put Trump in a bullseye, but he added that he meant only that they should focus on the former president and said that his rhetoric has been more incendiary. New York leaders are stepping up security, just an abundance of caution in the wake of the shooting. Wins News Time 7:26. Now Bloomberg Money Watch with Steve Potusk.
The job axe has fallen.
I do know. I did put in a thumbnail that it was driving in Paterson, New Jersey. But, you know, these are historical times, and I wanted to continue the broadcast, even while in Garfield.
Now, the company confirms it paired some jobs without getting specific. Salesforce did cut about 700 jobs earlier this year and paired roughly 10% of its total workforce at the start of 2023. The largest wireless company in the nation may be looking to reduce its tower ownership footprint. Sources tell Bloomberg Verizon Communications is exploring selling as many as 6,000 mobile phone towers across the country. A sale could bring in more than $3 billion. After a Wall Street win yesterday, S&P futures are higher by 7 points, NASDAQ adding 43, but Dow in the red 11. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potusk for 1010 Wins and 92.3.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video and the next episode.